Hi beautiful one, welcome home. Today we're going to talk about 11/11, which was my 16-year Raw anniversary and the day that I relaunched Cobalt.love, my clothing line. We're also going to talk about work that I've gotten done on the van, the cute little wood stove that I ordered for the van, how I've been getting myself organized so I can get all this stuff accomplished, and allowing everyone in your life to be who they are. Ultimately, we've got to learn to just let go and let everyone be exactly who they are if we want to have happiness in our relationships and peace in our hearts. All right, let's get started. Intro. So Monday was 11/11. It was my 16-year Raw anniversary, which is incredibly exciting. I can't believe it's been 16 years that I've been eating 100% raw organic food. I'm so incredibly grateful that I heard the message from my body, I listened to it, and that I've lived it. It was 16 years ago. I was living in a little intentional community up in British Columbia, up in Canada. And I tried raw foods a few times, and I thought it was cool, but I didn't think that I would ever become 100% raw, like that hadn't even occurred to me. I saw raw foods as just another type of food, like I might want Italian or Mexican or raw. It just didn't seem like a big deal to me. And while I was vegetarian, building up to this, I had been eating really crap food, like eating fried egg and cheese sandwiches every day, and lots of cake and cookies, and drinking glasses of cow's milk, which is not good for me at all. I gained a little weight and really was not feeling at my best. I had moved into this little intentional community just a few days before, and that day I spent the day preparing a vegetarian stew the way my grandmother used to make it, but vegetarian instead of meat. And I spent hours putting so much love and care into it, thinking about my grandmother the whole day. And then I sat down to eat it, and as I was bringing the spoon to my mouth, it was as if my body went, "No!" And I was like, okay, that was weird. And I tried to eat again, and my body went, "No!" And so I set the spoon down, and I closed my eyes, and I said, "What's up, body?" And clear as a bell, I heard, "No more cooked foods ever." I love you too. You're gonna be a part of the video today? You've been kind of absent lately. It's kind of nice. And I knew in that moment that it was the truth, that my body did not want to be eating cooked food and never wanted to eat it ever again. So I pushed the bowl of stew away, and in that moment, I became 100% raw. I must say that 16 years later, it's been an absolutely amazing journey that I don't regret in the least. My only wish was there were more people who ate raw. It's kind of lonely eating completely differently than almost everyone else on the face of the planet. But I celebrated by myself with some delicious raw chocolate dessert that I made. I hope y'all are enjoying her as much as I am today. I also celebrated by relaunching Cobalt.love, my clothing line. I got 22 of the new dyed garments up on the website available for sale. This is one of them here. I've decided to keep this one. I absolutely love it. So be sure and go by Cobalt.love and check out what's up there. I'm going to be adding new garments in every few days. Got a bunch of work done on the van, getting it cleared out and getting ready to start the build out. I got the metal barrier wall out, and I cleaned the entire interior as thoroughly as I possibly could to get all the oil and grease and dirt that had built up in there over the years. And then I took my drill and a wire brush, and I scrubbed all the rust off the outside and the interior of the van, and then treated the rust with phosphoric acid, which turns it into an inert compound which will no longer rust. So now the van is a beautiful shell, ready for the roof to be cut off and the build out to begin. I ordered this cute little wood stove for the van, which I'm really excited about. I've been using a propane heater in there for years, and I really wanted to get away from that. I hated the oily smell of it, I just felt like there was no way it could possibly be completely healthy for me or the kitties. But now with this little wood stove, we're going to have a ready source of heat using only tiny amounts of wood. So it's been kind of intense ramping up to get all of the stuff done that I'm having to do right now. To get the work done on the house, to get the work done on the van, to get my life organized, to dye clothing and get my clothing line relaunched, to make these videos for you. It's all been quite a lot. And a few things have been slipping through the cracks. It's just been a little overwhelming, to be perfectly honest. But I upgraded my task and productivity app and have been diving into it as much as I possibly can. I'm using an app called OmniFocus to organize everything. It's a program that I've used for several years, but I've kind of fallen off the bandwagon with. It's a Getting Things Done app, GTD. I don't know if you've heard of that, but GTD is this way of organizing yourself and your task and your productivity to help you get more things done. You basically dump every task, every thought, every idea out of your head that you can think of, and then you organize them by project and due date and so forth. I'm finding it's really helping me a lot to accomplish more and more. And I'm headed down to my father's today for his birthday tomorrow. That's going to be really wonderful and really weird as always. There's really beautiful aspects to it, and there's aspects that my mind just really trips out about. But I'm really looking forward to going down and seeing him and my stepmother. I've been thinking and meditating a lot lately on allowing others to be who they are. It's a part of the whole non-judgment thing, but it's really taking it a step further. Not only are you not judging people, but you're not even trying to better them or change them in any way, shape, or form. You're just letting them be who they are. That seems to go against our personality's wishes and our ego patterns, but it really ultimately is the best way that we can approach life and other people. I've been noticing how thoughts arise in my mind about everyone around me, how I'd like them better if they would just behave this way or not behave that way, how they would probably be happier if they would just make certain changes in their lives, how everyone would be happier and everything would be better if everyone would just start to behave differently. But ultimately, it's all just a mind game, an ego game. It's all part of our ego patterns, trying to create a sense of separation between us and others, and a basis for judgments arising around them. It doesn't bring happiness, it doesn't bring joy or peace. Instead, it feeds discomfort and a desire for change. I'm not talking about if someone's doing something really horrible to you. That's definitely not something you should put up with. I just mean the general bullshit of, oh, that person tells too many stories, or they repeat themselves too much, or, oh, if that person was only a little smarter, or yada yada yada. It's all just bullshit. The more we can let go of it, the greater sense of peace we're going to have. And the greater sense of peace that everyone around us is going to have. Because whether or not we state these things, everyone can feel what everyone else is putting out. It'd be so much better to be in relationship with others from a place of unconditional love and complete non-judgment. That may seem like an unrealistic ideal, but I invite you to see how much better life can be as you move closer and closer to that ideal. And I encourage you to do that through daily meditation and contemplation and watching your thoughts and patterns as they arise. I've been working to ease into this more and more and more with everyone around me, and I'm finding it's creating a much better experience for me. Plus, what we're seeing or perhaps judging in others is usually something within ourselves that we don't like or would like to change. But instead of working on that in a real, honest way, our minds project it outward onto others around us to judge them and create a sense of separation between us and them. But when we relax into the understanding that they are us, that there is no separation, there is no difference, everything that we're seeing on them that we would like to change is something we would like to change within ourselves, then we truly begin to experience the wholeness and oneness of this whole thing. For I am you, and you are me. And even though we feel separate, we aren't actually. Wonderful. I thank you so much for tuning in. I'm extremely grateful for you as always. I love you very, very much, and I hope you're having an incredibly beautiful day. Remember, something wonderful is going to happen today. Peace.